Hi everyone, welcome back to the Shotzi Phase. My name is Steven. I'm here to talk to you about movies, comics, and all things nerdy. Now, I've been wanting to do a DC video for a little while now, and I could make a 2-hour video on all the drama that is DC and Warner Brothers. But today I want to focus on Henry Cavill and what is going on with Henry Cavill. Because there's been rumors for years that he's done as Superman, he might come back as Superman. There were rumors a few weeks ago leading up into D23 that he was going to jump over to Marvel. There was even around the same time rumors that HBO was circling him to be in House of the Dragon season 2. So what is going on? To give you a small history lesson, Man of Steel came out in 2013, was more or less the byproduct of the Dark Knight trilogy. Warner Brothers figured, let's do with Superman what we did with Batman. Christopher Nolan helped write Man of Steel, he produced Man of Steel, and he handpicked Zack Snyder to direct Man of Steel. Man of Steel was always supposed to be a standalone Superman trilogy. After the Avengers hit theaters in 2012, that changed absolutely everything in Hollywood, where everybody wanted a cinematic universe. Warner Brothers has the entire DC roster under their belts. So they're like, oh, we're going to try and catch up to Marvel. So Man of Steel 2, which was originally supposed to be Lex Luthor and Metallo, became Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now, when it comes to Henry Cavill, he was more or less probably somewhat promised a solo Man of Steel trilogy. He was sidelined his own sequel to make room for Batman, Ben Affleck. And then, we got to put Gal Gadot in, or Wonder Woman. Then you have cameos with The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, basically setting up the DC extended universe. Also, Superman dies at the end, so that Batman could be the one to unite the League. Third movie comes around, Batman v Superman doesn't do as well at the box office. Warner Brothers panics. They're all over Zack Snyder during shooting. Zack unfortunately had a tragic family issue. After he shot Justice League, while it was in post-production, he stepped away, and the rest is history. Joss Whedon, under Warner Bros. Direction, reshot most of Justice League. Henry Cavill was ordered to come back, even though he was shooting Mission Impossible at the time, and he grew out a mustache, which Warner Brothers had to digitally remove to less than favorable results. In the finished product, Henry Cavill's face looks absolutely completely mangled. So, with that said, Henry Cavill stands as Superman. He got a solo movie, he was sidelined in his own sequel and then killed at the end, and then his face was mangled in the third movie. Now, from what I hear, Henry Cavill wants a lot of money to come back as Superman. Not only that, he wants some creative control. I honestly can't blame him for how things have been going at Warner Brothers, not to mention all of the behind-the-scenes drama with the different regiments that have come through over the years. There have been 3 different Warner Brothers DC regiments in the last 10 years. So it's no wonder that it's very hard to get that cinematic universe really going. There are so many rumors that he is going to show up in Black Adam in, say, a post-credit scene. Dwayne Johnson has said for years that he wants to fight Superman. Henry Cavill and Dwayne Johnson have the same manager. So that's been a strong possibility. Now, when it comes to Marvel, who do I think he could even play in Marvel? In my opinion, I think it would probably be Wonder Man, who has similar powers to him, which is super strength, speed, agility, just heat vision and frost breath or whatever. If Marvel got Henry Cavill to be Wonder Man over Superman, that would be the biggest middle finger to DC I've ever seen. Not to mention, right before San Diego Comic-Con, there was a Deadline article that actually said that there was strong word that Henry Cavill was going to show up at the Black Adam panel to announce that he's back as Superman. It never happened. Henry Cavill caught COVID while he was filming The Witcher overseas, so that could be the reason. Now, David Zaslav is the guy that took over Warner Brothers back in April from Discovery. And he had this whole thing that he was going to come up with his 10-year plan, like Marvel, and he was going to put Superman, Batman in the forefront of everything. Over the weekend, there was a Hollywood Reporter article about David Zaslav and Warner Brothers, and basically saying that he's pretty much going to sell it in 2 to 3 years' time to NBC Universal. Also, that they're going to make a new Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves, which would be a sequel to the 2005 movie. Now, what does that have to do with Henry Cavill and Superman? Well, David Zaslav already canceled Batgirl and was really kind of bit in the ass by that. So he needs these short-term wins at the moment because he wants to package Warner Brothers in a nice, neat bow for NBC Universal. And honestly, I think the biggest win he could get right now is actually bringing Henry Cavill back as Superman, because this, unfortunately for the Snyder fans, I don't think Zack Snyder and his Justice League Part 2 are ever going to happen. I would like them to happen. I would love to see a sequel to his movie, but I don't think it will. But I think that bringing Henry Cavill back as Superman would be something that everybody could really rally behind. Not to mention, Ben Affleck is actually, I don't know if he's fully back, but he has a role in The Flash. And he also just signed on and came back to do Aquaman 2 for a scene. Granted, his scene is replacing Michael Keaton's scene, but that's a whole nother video. So what do you guys think? Do you think Henry Cavill should stay at DC, or should he jump ship over to Marvel? Or maybe he'll throw a wrench in everything and he'll be in House of the Dragon and just stick to fantasy stuff. That's it for today. Hope you guys like, share, and subscribe. Have a great rest of your day.